gentlemen, let's hear it for Bonnie McFarlane. Come on, let's hear it.
Thank you. Very nice. So I'm having a good year. I just moved into a new apartment, and I have a gentleman caller over, and my ex-boyfriend comes over, and he starts yelling into the window, "You sick fuck." The guy inside, he runs outside. They have a fight in my courtyard. Well, I say fight, but they were Jewish. So it was just a lot of, "You need therapy," and then one ran off. Not exactly the ego boost I was going for. So my ex-boyfriend was the last man standing in that little scenario. I let him into my apartment. I didn't know what to do. He was just yelling and stuff, so I let him into my apartment, and I then couldn't get him to leave, so I had to call 911. And I gave the woman on the other end of the line all the information, and then she goes, "Well, is he black?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Is he Hispanic?" And I said, "No." And she goes, "Well, what is he?" I go, "He's Jewish?" She goes, "Oh." She clucked right into the phone, like you could hear it all in that one cluck. "Well, why don't you just call his mom?" I was like, "She's in the car." My neighbors probably think I'm a big weirdo, but whatever. You know what I did when I moved in? There's a website you can go to, tells you where all the serious sex offenders live. I suggest you go check this out, because I went and I looked it up. It turns out my neighborhood is crawling with sickos. Yes, it is bad. I'm scared to get the paper naked anymore. I don't care if the store is just around the corner. I jog naked, like especially if I go at night. I just feel like it's safer. That way if there's any perverts around, they think I'm already being chased. That's the nice thing about rapists. They're not competitive. They're underachievers. Those rapists. So I have these, I don't talk to my neighbors. I try not to, because I am so bad at small talk. Like my neighbor asked me the other day, he goes, "Hot enough for you?" And I go, "My mom hates me." Darn, that's big talk. That's big talk, went right there. I have some weird neighbors. On the one side of me lives a power lesbian. She's got the good job, the BMW, the trophy life partner. And then on the other side of me is this guy who, he and his girlfriend have sex like 7 times a day. That's a lot of sex, right? That's not just me. 7 times a day. I can totally hear it. It is so annoying, because I only like to masturbate 3 times a day. I gotta show a little restraint there. Yes, I masturbate. I'm doing it right now. This is what I do all day. I play video games, I ride my bike around. I have the exact same lifestyle as a 14-year-old boy. Yeah. Except when I'm riding my bike around, people think it's because I have a DUI. Maybe it's a 6-pack in my basket. I take Spanish every morning from 7 till 9, or at least until the construction's finished on the house next door. That's a beautiful language. Give it up. Come on, applaud that shit. Thank you. Speaking Spanish is so Hollywood. I want to be Hollywood. I want to have a little tiny cell phone, the convertible, the drug addiction. I just have to get a convertible. I'm so close. I don't have a drug addiction. Sometimes I wish I did have a drug addiction. It would explain why I have nothing. That's what I have. Nothing. At one point in my life, this is true, when I was in college, I lived in a garage. Yeah. It didn't bother me at all. I guess I romanticized it. I was like, I got a really big door. It is weird to date, though, when you live in a garage, I'd be like, "No, I had a great time. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye." But now I'm doing so well, I can give money to homeless people. That's how well I'm doing. That's how good I got it. The other day, this homeless dude, he asked me for money to buy crack. Yeah. I found his honesty refreshing. I gave him the money. Then later, I saw him buying a turkey sandwich. Nice fucking crack habit, dude. Lying sack of shit. I give money to homeless women. I always give money to women that I see on the street, because whenever I see a chick on the street, I think, how is it possible that she never learned to suck cock? How is that? Where's her mother? Seriously, something needs to... That's what I would do. That's what every woman in this room would do if they're in that situation. And 75% of the guys. I've done a little research. That's how I know that. I don't go to the gym or anything. People say, Bonnie, how do you stay so trim? Well, 1, I always take the stairs. Always. 2, I'm anorexic. Yeah, that really works. Have you ever seen a real anorexic person, though? Seriously, it's crazy. They are so hot. Something to strive for, ladies. I want to be so skinny. People go, do you have cancer? I go, no, self-control. Look into it. Guys get eating disorders now. Isn't that crazy? Guys get eating disorders. It's not called anorexia, though. If a guy gets it, it's called being a faggot. Yeah, that's true. I read that in the New England Journal of Medicine. So. I can't feel sorry for a guy who has an eating disorder. It's like, guys, this is a world that you created. You made your bed, now lie in it. Seductively. Suck in your gut, you fat piece of shit. I like gay people. I don't think being gay is biological. I don't buy that little story they got going on. Because they say this. They say they knew they were gay since they were 5. That's their argument. Since they were 5... 5? I don't know about you, but when I was 5, I would fuck a guy, fuck a girl, fuck a guy, fuck a girl. I was all over the map. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'll offer that up. This is from my own experience. I was at a party recently, and this guy goes, do you party? I go, yeah. He goes, you want to party right now? I go, I kind of thought I was. So then we had this whole confusing conversation back and forth until finally I figured it out. Do you party is code language for do you do coke? And I figured that out because the guy finally went, do you party means do you do coke? It's like, why don't you just start with that, dude? What a dumb euphemism. Even if you do party, you have to go, you mean do coke? Are we on the same page? You're up all night, think of something else. Cocaine is a terrible drug. I don't recommend cocaine. It's awful. I did it once. I was at a party. I was bored. I was like, all right, I'll do a line. And then I was just bored longer. I smoke pot, obviously. I don't, you can't applaud pot, can you? Go ahead. I don't smoke pot when I'm by myself because I'm scared something really weird is going to happen and then no one will believe me. Because if you experience any kind of strange phenomenon and you tell your friends about it, that's the first thing they ask, where you... It's like, yeah. But I think I know an anal probe when I feel an anal probe. My neighbor goes, she's a recovering alcoholic. She goes to AA. I know this because she calls me from the meetings going, you'll never guess who's here. I don't think she understands the concept. I was like, do you know what that second A stands for? It's not an ounce. You gotta hand it to the strippers because they do a lot of crazy stuff in 4-inch stilettos. That's a lot of heel. 4 inches. I can't walk in those. 4 inches. That doesn't seem like much when it's an erection. You know, but strapped to the bottom of your foot, 4 inches is enormous. If I were walking home in 4-inch pumps and a rapist approached me, I'd just have to go, oh, all right, you got me. Let's make this quick. I gotta be 4 blocks in 2.5 hours. I was trying to think the other day what job would be hard to get fired from. Probably be porn would be a hard job to get fired from. Like if a director had to fire a porn actress, would he be like, not only does your attitude stink. You know what? If I was an animal, the job that I would most want, bestiality porn. Yeah. Because if you think about it, animals usually have pretty sucky jobs, right? It's like, go haul that water, go plow that field. It's a pretty lucky donkey that gets to hear, go fuck that drunk chick. That's the job that I would want. I've never seen a bestiality porn, but I do wonder if they have the same silly plot lines as regular porn. Like, does a dog show up with a pizza? Thank you very much, you guys. Good,
How was the crowd tonight?
Oh, they were wonderful.
How long have you been doing it for?
About 8 years.
That's cool. So are you gay? I know you have a lot of gay jokes, so I'm just sort of wondering if it's coming from personal experience.
I don't exclude anybody.
That's good. Tell me, where do you gather your material from mostly?
I steal it from other comics.
How much of your act is like based on truth, and how much is just like, sort of you pull out of the air or pull from just watching people?
24% is true.
Are you interested in maybe doing some TV work or film work, or are you just...
No, absolutely not. I don't even like this, being on camera. I want to be secluded in my apartment doing stand-up, and I want someone to pay me to do that.
All right, well, thanks a lot for talking.
Okay, thank you.